What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about all of the games and events coming out in December that I'm really looking forward to. This is an incredible, in my opinion, December that we haven't had in quite a while. This is not the slowdown season like we normally have. We are getting loads and loads of games to close out the year. So let's go right into it, and December starts actually kind of immediately because December 2nd, I want to highlight two different games. There's actually three that come out in all: Callisto Protocol, Marvel's Midnight Suns, and Need for Speed Unbound. Need for Speed is not necessarily for me. I'm not too into it, so I want to focus on the other two for the purposes of this video. Callisto Protocol, we've talked a lot about on the channel. I really do think it can be the 2022 version of Dead Space, and I'm not talking about just recreating Dead Space, but I'm talking about making an impact in the horror genre. That's what I mean. And I really do believe the Callisto Protocol can do it. Everything looks awesome about this game. The only thing I'm a little, on the fence about to see how they pull it off would be the story and the characters, because the atmosphere, the tension, the combat, the enemies, the scares, all that stuff looks top of the line, truly. Again, I think this game can be something really special, and don't sleep on it, because I really do think it could be maybe a Game of the Year type of contender. And again, on the same day, you have Marvel's Midnight Suns, which, yes, this is not for everybody. I totally understand that. Again, this game we've talked quite a bit about on the channel as well. The card-based gameplay, I'm really a fan of. From what we've heard about this game in the preview event leading into it, it seems like the combat is not like the full game. You also have the time where you talk to your hero companions and grow relationships, and that can upgrade them, basically give them more cards or better cards, etc., etc. It looks overall really fun and really different. I'm looking at this game as honestly just something I can jump in, play it a bit, jump out, next day jump in, or maybe skip a few days, come in. I feel like the gameplay style is going to be okay with that. I'm not looking for this to be the greatest story of all time or the characters. Again, that probably is going to be the weakness of this game. But I think if you're into the combat, if the card-based system doesn't turn you off, which is okay if it does, but if it doesn't, I really do feel like this game can be, again, something special and just a different kind of Marvel game. Not Marvel's Avengers, not Spider-Man, not Guardians of the Galaxy, just something a little bit different. Another thing to maybe keep your eye on is CCXP. This is the Brazilian Comic-Con, and it's a really big thing for them. So we have heard that like Hogwarts Legacy is going to be there with like an exclusive, new look. It is possible we get a few games here and there. Last year, it was mainly movies. I can't actually think of any big gaming thing that came out of it, but we did get movie news. So it is possible that I think it's an event you should probably keep an eye on. Right now, at the time I'm recording this, there's no links for live streams or anything, so I don't know if that's even going to be available, but your social medias, your Twitters, just maybe keep an eye on it because we may get something gaming related from it. But something we are going to get gaming related from, and it's a big event, is of course the Game Awards 2022, the annual Jeff Keighley show. I will be co-streaming it. We'll be watching it live on the channel, so if you guys want to watch it live, you can with me, and I am pumped. Next Thursday, here we go, December 8th. I think we can get, just like always, right? We always say this with Jeff Keighley. We can get a lot of big things. We end up getting 3 to 5 big things. Game Awards are pretty big. Like Game Awards, the biggest things that happen at them are generally pretty darn massive. You can go back to Mass Effect or years in the past, Mortal Kombat and Crash Bandicoot Team Racing. Like, there are some really big things that are announced at the Game Awards. So I'd expect at least a couple things. We already know, like, Wumpa League is, I think, very much going to be there. I have a feeling Death Stranding 2 is going to be there. There'll be videos on the channel talking about the Game Awards, but that's a huge, huge event next Thursday night. Again, you can watch it live with me if you want to as well. And then, to close out the year, a couple more games. On December 13th, we have Crisis Core, right? Final Fantasy Reunion. And we also have High on Life. Both those games released the same day. To kind of separate them and talk about them just a little bit. Crisis Core, I'm super, super pumped for, right? Kind of a middle ground between a remaster and a remake. There are elements of the game, as pointed out, there are elements that are more remaster-like. I think overall the game is considered, it's not a remake, it is considered a remaster, but there are some aspects, like visually, I would say, as like my number one thing, that would be probably probably more considered a remake than a remaster, but it looks awesome. I never actually played the original way back in the day, so I'm looking forward to it. And I do feel like it's a game for a specific audience. I think if you're not into Final Fantasy or even like the new age Final Fantasy, I doubt this game is for you, and that's okay. It's a game for specific people. Again, also on the same day as High on Life, which is coming out on Game Pass. It looks solid. I haven't talked about this game too much on the channel. It doesn't look like incredible. The jokes have been pretty hit or miss. I do think some of it has been actually very, very funny. Some of it has been kind of annoying. So to me, it's going to be a game I play for sure, just because it's free. I'm only going to be losing my time if it's bad, right? Because I'm not paying any money for it. And we'll see how it is. I do think comedy-wise, it probably overall is going to be more funny than it is not. The biggest thing, I guess, will be as a game, how is it? What we've seen of the game so far to me, doesn't seem absolutely amazing. But, again, if you're only there for, like, the laughs and the jokes, that's okay, and that's probably fine. And that's probably what they want you there for anyway. So we'll see how that does. But, again, those two, pretty sizable games, a Final Fantasy game, and then High on Life, I'd say, is a little bit smaller, right? But to end the year on December 13th. But one more. December 14th, the day after, is The Witcher 3's next-gen update. And I cannot wait. I really am excited for it. My wife is most likely going to be the one of the two of us to jump back in. I recently just played last summer, not this past one, but summer of 2021. I played through The Witcher 3 from start to finish for the first time because I had only ever put in about 15 hours back when the game released, and I loved it. And everything we've seen of this new update, the trailer they did for it, looks absolutely awesome. The Witcher, side quest, exclusive quest thing, that's going to be exciting to see if it can hold up, I guess, the level of quality that we're so used to with any Witcher quest of any kind, right? But I'm really excited. So this is going to be something, right at the end of the year, just something to jump back into and have a blast. And I think a lot of people are going to be going back to this game, whether it's for their second playthrough or their 50th, or there's people in like the 3 to 6 range. They've already beaten the game that many times, but I think a lot of people are going to go back to it. So that's everything from me. That's everything I'm looking forward to. A really packed December, right up till the halfway point, basically, of December, and then, it dies off for sure, and then January, it picks up actually rather quickly. So we'll talk about January when we get there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. I'm going to be covering pretty much everything I just talked about in this video on the channel, so if you guys want to hang around the channel, that would be awesome. I think you'll find something that you like, honestly. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.